you say hi?
Logan, say hi.
Oh, yay. Okay, we
Say
can
cool.
yay
Oh,
too.
wait, yeah.
Did he give a golf clap? Was he like, ah, yes, good.
Hey, welcome to another Nerds with Kids, and we got little Logan here, and he is getting super mobile.
He was getting super mobile.
He was kind of testing the couch here and seeing if he could scale back and forth along the couch.
Yeah, it's interesting when they come out of that potted plant transition.
Yeah.
Yes, Phoenix. No, Daddy.
Daddy, what?
Your presence is requested elsewhere. Slowly.
Daddy, get off the couch, but Daddy's talking to the internet.
No, alright.
Phoenix has opinions.
Oh my God, does he have opinions right now?
So many opinions.
Yeah, Ivan was just telling us a story about how Phoenix has become a grand negotiator.
Yes.
And was negotiating for more crackers, so many more that they wouldn't fit in the bowl. So then he went to, well, then I just need a new bowl. Yeah.
Bigger bowl.
New bowl, 10 crackers. I believe Ivan tweeted out about it. We should retweet it from the Nerds with Kids account so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's very funny.
That's like, that's the type of kid that I would guess MBA in the future. There's an MBA in his future.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe a legal degree.
Yeah. Good negotiator.
New bowl, 10 crackers.
I want 10 years off my client's sentence. And some crackers. Expert legal negotiator.
Right.
They do hit that negotiation phase.
So yeah, Logan is definitely mobile. He's been mobile for a little bit. He's a pretty fast crawler. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Yay.
I've seen the crawling. I haven't seen, I don't think, him kind of doing the thing where he stands on furniture
He'll do it.
and kind of slides around.
Have you
I
ever
think
noticed
this is
that
my
when they're at
first
the
day.
stage 2, they sometimes want to pull themselves up with their teeth?
He does it all the time.
He's like,
that's how he was going up the steps at first. Hand, teeth. Hand, teeth. And I'm like, really, Ben?
well, when you have a new appendage that you can grab on with, you
Yeah.
want to use it.
He used it, yeah.
He did.
He will pull up and kind of surprise himself and like use both hands to pick something up, and then he's like standing no hands, but he doesn't realize he's standing no hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll either sit down from there or just go back to grabbing. And I'm like, oh, that's so good, but I don't want to make a big deal of it because then you'll know.
It's like Looney Tunes where you don't fall until you realize you're standing above nothing. Yeah.
Yep.
Once you realize
Mama's over here, big guy.
Mother, I can't see you in my vision.
And Logan has all these new words now too. It's very funny. So he just says things all the time, and I'm like, oh, you definitely just said that.
Ready?
Yeah.
Like I have a pen that I got from CES one year that there's like a ball on the end of it, and when you hit it on something, it lights up. Every time he sees it, he goes, cool.
That's awesome.
Because I think the first time I played with him, every time I hit it, I was like, look, bud, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really funny.
Oh, that's right. That's a
He's
good
getting
thing to
there.
lick. That is a great thing to lick right there.
All right, big
Yup.
guy.
Mhm.
I've given up on worrying about what goes in his mouth. If
Yeah,
it's in the
no,
house,
like
it's
everything.
clean.
Yeah.
I can't even
get my
tell you how
coffee.
many times I've been in the car with Phoenix and I turn around and he's taking his shoe off and he's licking the bottom of his shoe.
Oh.
And I'm like, why? What is appealing about that?
He likes to chew on shoes too. Not only his shoes, but like everybody else's shoes. Shoes is also one of his new words, so he'll crawl around and just go shoes, shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah, he's
That's
real
great.
into it.
Tyler was never big into eating shoes, but like any new toy, like for a while he went through a phase where if he wasn't sure if it was toy or food, he'd just like bite into it.
Check it
And
out.
I'd be like, no, buddy, that's a toy. You're just supposed to play with it. And he's like, it's brightly colored. It could have been an apple. Thankfully, he is out of that phase.
Logan is really into the stag of House Baratheon right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's
Is he a little
that's
Baratheon?
what he.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
That's awesome.
Get it.
You got House Tyrell. Do you have Martell over there?
Yeah. Is that the one?
Martell's my dog.
Oh, Martell's your dog.
Yeah, because they never bowed to the Targaryens.
Okay.
That's why I like House Martell.
Hey, where is my House Martell?
That's fine. Hey, buddy. What happened? I hear. Are you not getting along with Phoenix?
Hi, Logan. Come here, big guy. Let's not drink Mama's coffee. Come here.
So my
Boss battle.
my boss battle this week. Yes.
Good segue.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about repeating words and how he's doing cool. And right now, it's great because he's just repeating words you say. Well, not super great for you because I've heard you. When
Yeah, I know. I have a potty mouth.
Yeah. No, but Tyler's in school, so he kind of picks up what the other kids are saying. And one week he just kind of came home from school calling everything a butt. He's like, Daddy, you're a butt. Mommy, you're a butt. I'm like, where are you getting this? And then one day I go to pick him up from school, and his little buddy Sagan is like, and we told him, don't say that word. You're not supposed to say that word. And he kind of stopped. And then we pick him up from school, and his little buddy Sagan is like, Tyler, you're a butt. And Tyler goes, no, you're a butt. And they're like laughing. They weren't like mad at each other. You okay?
Does Tyler have snacks? So you want snacks?
Snackies?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get Logan some snackies.
What happened?
With them?
Yeah.
Well, I think I found Phoenix in the room of requirement, and he was mewling for me. And then Tyler was kind of like, yeah, your kid's awesome. Let me just preface that. But he was like leaning against the door.
He had locked him in?
He had
Tyler.
And he kind of was doing that kind of 50s bully lean, like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I'll let you out of the locker, nerd.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, you want just to hand me your Cheetos and we'll be cool, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about, for my boss battle, I'm doing bad influences. Like, Tyler started saying butt a lot because he's got a little friend at school who says butt all the time and calls everything butt.
Come here.
Have you run into that with, you're at a different preschool? No, not yet.
He likes, I mean, it's not as
Cheeto
bad.
hands. Cheeto hands.
Oh, Phoenix, Cheeto hands. We've learned the word. He likes to say big fat blank, and I don't know where he's got that. I'm assuming it's at daycare, but he likes to go like, Daddy, watch big fat thing, or it's like, give me big fat kiss. So it's cute. It's not like
learning adjectives.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do?
Yeah, you just tell him, it's like, hey, Tyler, we don't use that word. And if you see the other kid doing it, you can be like, yo, we noticed Tyler. We try not to assign blanks because we honestly don't know who started it, and it was probably an older kid who passed it down to them.
Right.
But we're like, hey, Sagan's saying butt a lot. We noticed Tyler saying it too. If you want to tell him don't say that.
Yeah.
So you approach the other parents.
Well, we're friends with the other parents, so it was
that's
easy.
cool.
I don't know that I would approach a parent I didn't know. I would just probably tell them at home, it's like, we don't say that word. I'm not going to start a confrontation.
Yeah.
But we talk to them and we're like, yeah, they're saying butt a lot. And it's like, yeah, we're trying to get them to stop. So it's not a huge deal. It's not the worst word in the world. So.
No, but it's so hard. You bring up a great point. If it's parents you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they're like at home,
Yeah.
and because we actually have friends that we don't see very often, but when we do, we overhear them saying things to their kids that are not things that we would say to Logan or want him to repeat.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just how it is in their house.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they wouldn't take kindly to us coming in and being like, don't do that in your own house. We can't tell people what to do in their own house. That's how they are. So. Yeah.
And as far as trying to shield them from words, I think at preschool it's kind of like a losing battle because there's just so many kids and so many, and there's older kids, so they get words that they're using. So it's just kind of a losing battle. You just kind of got to tell them at home. And if they're at a good school, the teachers will, I feel like, try to control it too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, speaking of good schools, we are going to start touring daycares.
Oh,
week.
Exciting! Tyler?
Probably for only a few days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, you looking out the window, buddy? What do you see?
It's exciting. They get so talkative when they come back from daycare. Well, I put Tyler in a little later than you'll be putting him in, so I don't know if you'll have the same boost on vocab. But yeah, he got a huge boost when he went in to his vocab, not just the word but also tons of other words.
Good words.
Yeah, good words.
We're in a daycare where the providers speak two different languages.
Tyler, stop.
And they're languages that I don't speak.
Those aren't your
So
snacks.
for all I know, Phoenix has a whole nother vocabulary that I'm not aware of because I do not speak Russian.
Oh,
So,
wow, that's crazy.
It is, but Phoenix is whenever
You
he's
okay,
there.
Phoenix?
Hey, I'll go check on him.
No, he just wants Daddy to not be on camera and read,
Okay.
which is okay. We read a book.
That's a good book. It's a weird one. What's
It's cute.
the vicuña is the weird one.
Vicuña violinic.
Yeah, I'm like.
Or a xylophoning.
Yeah,
He's holding up the phone.
I'm like, that was a stretch. Some of these are stretches.
It's okay. Sometimes you gotta stretch it when you're limited in what the X words are.
I guess
that
that's
you can
true.
play with.
What did you use for ABCs of RPGs for X?
XP,
Perfect.
because you deserve the win.
Yay!
All right.
Right
Do you
there.
have a copy?
I do.
Okay,
yeah, you gifted it to us.
I got you a print.
You gifted it to us right before I had Logan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
right
have a
before he was
print
born.
yet?
No, we have the coloring book and we have the book. But
Actually,
don't
I
have a
set
print.
aside a 11 by 17
More?
print, signed print. That I was going to check in with you. I was going to ask you about that. If you would like a print for
Oh my
Logan's
god,
room.
yeah, we'll hang it in his room. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh,
So cool, right, buddy? Logan, what are you eating? Are these puffs?
Puffs. What flavor are they? Are they banana?
Banana and pumpkin.
You want me to wash your hand?
Most of these puffs have zero nutritional value, but they dissolve easily in their mouth. And this one I found, I'm like, oh, at least it lists some vitamins on the back.
Yeah, why not? You know, again, it's mostly just to occupy their little tactile sensations. But sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, then, yeah, words are good. It's, you know, it's only downhill from here when it comes to vocabulary, man.
So should we move to Take My Rupees?
Take my rupees.
Take my rupees.
It's about time to take my rupees.
Who take my rupees?
Who took your rupees, big guy?
I don't know, buddy.
My whoopee.
There's your rupees.
If only the world currency was blocked.
Yeah.
So, what did you guys bring for Take My Rupees?
I moved on to this segment, but I was looking through his toys, and I'm like, I've kind of done all the cool stuff he has.
You know what? I feel like that sometimes too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, is this just an excuse to buy cool stuff for Logan and like
Yeah.
write it off as a business expense?
Yeah, we should.
Maybe. Yeah, it's funny because I was looking through stuff this morning too. And so what I was going to show for Take My Rupees is actually something that we made in the house. So I'm going to talk about it now, but I'll get footage of it for us to put in over this. But we have a room of requirement in our house, which you guys may have heard us refer to on this show before. That is a cupboard under the stairs that we decided, rather than to like make it a closet for vacuums or like, I don't know what people do with those. We would carpet it, put a little motion sensor activated light in there, and fill it with cheap balls and make a ball pit for Logan. And we hung a little sign above it that says room of requirement. So yeah, I will get footage to show you guys that. But Tyler and Phoenix and Logan have all played in the room of requirement many times.
Yeah.
And we feel like as Logan gets older, when he's too old and maybe would prefer like, I don't know, a reading nook or a mini clubhouse to a ball pit, then it can very easily be transformed. But that's going to be like Logan's hideout room.
But is there ever an age where you don't want a ball pit?
I don't know.
That's the real question.
And it's big enough that you can fit like pretty easily one adult and one child in
Yeah.
it, so you can go
It's
in there and
great,
play
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Hey,
we should
big
we
guy.
should get a little bit of B-roll of that. Yeah, the room of
Yeah.
requirement is definitely awesome.
So that was balls from Amazon. We got a doorknob for the inside and a doorknob for the outside off of Etsy. We got the room at Puff, very good. We got the room of requirement sign off of Etsy. And yeah, just covered under the stairs, transformed.
That's
How
awesome.
many puffs can you put in your mouth at the same time?
A million.
A million.
A million puffs, mommy.
He eats and stores food in his cheeks. And
Like
then,
a chipmunk.
Yeah, and then like a half hour after dinner or whatever, I will find more food in his mouth that he's just like saving for
Nom, nom,
later.
nom, nom.
Crazy man.
Speaking of little children with food in their mouths, this guy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good time.
Wait, where are you going? I think what I'll do is, so my parents actually found recently some of my old toys,
Oh,
and they're kind of a nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, and I'll show pictures of them, not the actual toys, but the just pictures of them. I had Dino Riders toys. Do you guys remember Dino
I
Riders?
remember
No.
Dino Riders. Hey, Tyler, do you want to give this block to Phoenix?
But Dino Riders were basically these great old toys, and they created like a cartoon series just to sell the toys.
Cool.
It was the Valorians and the Krulons, and they had traveled back in time to prehistoric Earth. The Valorians traveled back in time, and then the Krulons chased them, and they landed in prehistoric Earth, and they started working with dinosaurs. The Valorians had like they could like mind meld with them, and the Krulons brainboxed them and like made them slaves.
Ooh.
And so they had like the Krulons had like the T-Rex, and they rode raptors and stuff. They had a guy named Youngstar that rode raptors, and they were like my favorite toys growing up.
Remember that?
I don't remember this at all. How did I miss this?
I also love that it's the Krulons because they're cruel.
because they're
Right.
cool, and their like leader was this like frog dude. But my mom recently was like, "Yeah, I found some of your old toys," and I'm like, "The Dino Riders toys?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's some dinosaurs in here," and I'm like, "Yes, send those." So those are being sent to me now.
Cool.
But
Hey, buddy, do you remember this guy?
look at that guy,
Remember him?
So
Coda Pillar.
So this is No Caterpillar. Caterpillar is a cute little Fisher-Price guy that is built up of various segments that you can take apart.
Are they USB connected?
They're a little USB connected.
Wow.
So what you do is you take each one of these little pieces and it has a command on it, and the idea is that you can rearrange them however you want so that it follows a list of commands. So it's kind of like super basic code because it's done with the segments of a caterpillar.
That's awesome.
And it moves. So I'll turn it. We will totally do the dice, kid. Do you want to hit the caterpillar button? Hit the button. Hit the button, baby. You don't want to hit the button? Look, we've got them all connected. Ready? Okay, let's hit the button. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, he's going to turn. He's going to make a fun sound.
Oh, the purple one is a sound?
Put it on the ground. Okay, ready?
The caterpillar has to be on the ground.
So he knows where to go.
Ready?
Caterpillar! Oh, he's making the turn!
He's going to make a funny sound. Oh, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
If you touch his antennas, then he stops because that's where he hits a wall.
Oh, okay.
So cool.
So he's gonna hit the wall, but that's fine. Whoop. But then he just goes and executes all the commands until it's done.
That's great, dude.
That's a really cool toy.
Caterpillar's great because it comes with you can get obviously expansion packs with different segments that do different commands on it.
Oh man, Logan's gonna so get that when he's older.
Yeah, I kind of want to get Tyler one now.
Alright, so multiplayer segment. We gathered some of your comments.
Alright, first comment comes from Joey Allen. Elaine. He says, Lasercorn, you should show Tyler Teen Titans Go if you want to introduce him to comics, but for little kids. I have shown him Teen Titan Go, and I hate that I love that show because I'm way more into Marvel than DC, but Teen Titans Go is great.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's great. It's funny because I thought it was going to be about them, like, fighting villains and stuff. Not really the focus of the show.
No.
Like, occasionally villains will show up, but it's a lot about them just, like, hanging out in the tower and doing, like, yeah. But, yeah, thank you for the suggestion. He has started watching it, and it's a great show.
Good show.
Okay, let's play dice. Ready? Let's make stacks.
I like that Phoenix calls the blocks dice.
Dice. Well, they have numbers on them. You can roll them.
Yeah.
That's yeah. They don't no blocks or blocks anymore. It's all just dice. So there we go.
Do you want to read this one?
Yeah, sure. While you help out Tyler with the
You want
caterpillar.
me to put caterpillar?
Okay, this one comes from Haley D. Says,
Do you want to roll them?
as always, I love the show. I love this little checkup to see how you guys or your kids are doing. I have an idea for a second camera angle behind this one, pointing to the rest of the room where the kids are playing. Because we hear all their interactions, but they never stay in frame. I don't know how doable or impossible that is, but I thought it could maybe be in the corner of the screen. It's definitely something we can try. I'm thinking right now.
Picture.
Hardest thing would be that we would hear a crash and a camera or something would just get broken. But I do have an old Galaxy S active that can like withstand some drops, so we might be able to set it up.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, maybe in the back play area next time.
I pictured picture is kind of a fun idea. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like that idea. I'd be willing to try it out.
Yeah, thank you for that
Are you
suggestion.
getting fed Cheetos? That's cool.
Guppy to Fish. Have any of you had any experiences with babysitters? I absolutely love what you guys have been doing. It's educational and enjoyable. Please keep it up. Thank you. Here, look. That's not a fishy. That's Guppy to Fishy. There's no fishies here, baby. I'm sorry, it's
He
misleading.
wants ABCs.
Oh, you want
Off the
ABCs?
book.
Do you want to read with Logan? You can't take it from him because they're reading, but you can sit and read with him.
Logan loves to read books. And by
Babysitter-
read, I mean flip through the pages.
Babysitter is something that you
He's a speed reader.
always have to deal with. It's like even tonight, bless Lasercorn's soul, he is taking Phoenix tonight. He's doing jealous tonight.
Yeah, they're gonna get extra hangout time,
Extra
extra
hangout.
buddy time.
Okay, hands off. Okay, hands off, baby. But yeah, I mean, every region's different. Like rates are different.
Yeah.
You know, there's whole websites dedicated to babysitters. and
Care.com.
Care.com, that's
That's
where we're
where
coming.
that's where we found our nanny. That we actually have so many nannies now because my job is like being freelance and running my own company. There are times that I have a very short window of notice before I have to leave, and I can't always take Logan with me. So I just go down the text message list
Yeah.
until someone's available.
Yeah, it's good to have a pool of People that
the
work.
people, whether it's like you paid professionals or friends. I know that we mentioned this on a video last time, but for a while I had a Facebook group called
Yeah.
the Phoenix Babysitter Network, and I just messaged the group of I was like, can anyone want Phoenix for like a couple of hours?
Yeah.
And just wait to see it come down. You know.
Well, and doing what we do, like there's a bunch of times you'll get a, hey, can you be a guest on the show? You can Skype in from home, but it's 1 hour long.
Yeah.
And I can't let Logan sit there for an hour while I'm giving my attention to something else. Like, he's not old enough to entertain himself.
A little
for
easier
that
when they're like this, but even then they'll come in and like here, be like, Daddy, no internet, and then pull you away.
Well, it's that video of the British news reporter that went viral where the kids just come in the background while he's like really serious talking about something on camera. Talking about foreign policy. Yeah, it's my favorite video.
Yeah.
I watched it and I said to Nate, I was like, that's going to be my life. Like, that's real life for me.
Yeah, you're gonna be talking about like video games or tech reviews.
At least it's not as serious as Middle Eastern foreign policy, which this gentleman was discussing, but still.
But how honest, right? Daddy is sitting down on the
And then the wife did the superhero slide in to try to get them.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, I do love that clip. Yeah, that's great. The kid was just so like, I should be here right now.
Yeah, and then
This is where I'm supposed to
Everything
be.
is awesome.
everything is awesome is exactly what was going on in that kid's head.
Part of a team.
Yeah.
Badass.
Alright.
Here, Phoenix, let me, you're gonna get Cheeto, you got Cheeto dust all over his foot. His nice white
Where's
sock.
do we still have the paper towel? Okay.
Cheeto sock. Lasercoin, if you want Tyler to get into Breath of the Wild or other games, you could always play the game first with him just watching, so he can learn first and try to make it sound interesting using funny voices and use an excited voice every time you play something new and want to do it in the future. Yeah! Voices might be a good way, because as I mentioned, we've tried just playing Breath of the Wild, and he says chicken game. He wants to play the chicken game.
he's not totally wrong.
What I mean, the chicken game is best game, as we've discussed, which is Gang Beasts. That's what he calls it.
Tyler and Logan are playing with the Caterpillar right now.
Are you bad
Oh,
at
very
that?
gentle.
Hey,
Good job,
gentle with the
Tyler.
baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
gentle with the baby.
Tyler's like demonstrating the Caterpillar and then patting Logan's head and
Yeah.
then demonstrating the Caterpillar.
Pretty cute. Baby Logan. But yes, thank you for the suggestion. We'll try funny voices. And we're like, this is Link. Hi, I'm Link. I want to play Breath of the Wild.
That's exactly how I always imagined Link's voice
that's exactly
being.
how it sounds. I have like two voices. It's like that and my character I call Riot Shield Man.
Okay.
And Riot Shield Man is like this, and he talks like this.
Sounds like a villain voice to me.
Yeah, well,
I
he
think
was-
you've got your whole cast.
Yeah, exactly.
What's Zelda's voice sound like?
That's the same as Link. See, that's what I say. I only have two voices.
Did you see?
You can only do two voices.
Did you see Phoenix came up to the couch and he was like, Puffs.
Nah.
Would you like some puffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me what you need. So guys, thank you so much for watching and dealing with our. I feel like today was especially challenging on the kiddo front.
The last couple have been like that. They've been very dramatic lately.
Yeah, it's alright because they always have the ebbs and flows because we're obviously fine now.
Here comes Logan.
Has there four little puffs sitting on a desk?
Whose water cup is that? Because Logan
That's
might be about to clean.
Tyler's
Okay.
about to help you with subtraction.
Hey.
Oh no. Tyler, you gotta ask.
Phoenix.
Tyler, can you ask? Can you say,
They're literally
Okay.
who can grab
The
it
Great
fastest.
Puff War has begun. So we're gonna sign off.
See you later.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking right here. And if you want to check out last week's podcast, you can go ahead and click right over here. And as always, don't forget to like and leave a comment. All right, see ya.